everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. I know that everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. Yeah. Ain't no doubt in my mind it's gonna be all right. Ancestors told me to tell you it's gonna be all right. Yeah. So lift your head up, my brother and sister, it's gonna be all right. I know that everything will be all right. Listen. Through many dangers, troubles and snares, we have already come. God's love and mercy brought us safe thus far. That same love is gonna lead us on and on and on and on. That same love is gonna lead us on. That's why I can say everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. By the way, I do own the rights to this music. Yours truly. Everything will be all right. Yeah, yeah. Ain't no doubt in my mind it's gonna be all right. Let me say that verse again. Listen to this. Through many dangers, troubles and snares, we have already come. God's love and mercy brought us safe thus far. That same love is gonna lead us on and on and on and on. That same love is gonna lead us on. That's why I can say everything will be all right. I know it will. Ooh, everything will be all right. Yes, ain't no doubt in my mind it's gonna be all right. Yeah, I know that everything will be all right. So lift your head up, brother, it's gonna be all right. Yeah, put a smile on your face, sister, it's gonna be all right. Don't you doubt it, okay? Yeah, it's gonna be all right, yeah. I know it's gonna be all right. Oh, yes. Listen. No matter what you're going through, you got the power to make it through, right? So repeat after me. Just repeat, I'm saying, no matter what problem is confronting you, you've got the power to make it through. You've got the power to make it. No matter what problem is confronting you, yeah, you've got the power to make it through. 'Cause it's gonna be all right, yeah. It's gonna be all right. Ooh, it's gonna be all right, yeah. It's gonna be all right. Motto check, brothers and sisters. I can't think of a better way to get it started right there to let you know that whatever you're going through, man, it's going to be all right. No matter what problem is confronting you, you've got the power to make it through. I'd like to say welcome, welcome, welcome to another Sunday online Njia Fellowship of the African Village and Cultural Center. I'm Chief Elder of the African Village and spiritual teacher. I'm Dr. Ray Hagins, your brother, your friend, your teacher. Hey, man, we're going to tell you, we're going to have a great time in fellowship today. All right. But let's open up with one more time. I want to say before getting into it, welcome to the family of the African Village of Memphis, Tennessee. They're joining me today. Yes, live. Okay. And we're going to be bringing them on the screen shortly so you can see the family there along with Waziri, Norman Redwing, who's going to be sharing with us today. And as we continue our celebration of 23 years of service, oh my goodness, man, to the African village. Oh, it's been wonderful. But right now, let's open up with one more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. All right, so let's lift our voices together and sing it like we mean it. Yeah, all right. Everybody, all the African villages, come on and sing along with me. One more time, one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time, one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. One more time. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, to come together to praise God's name, to praise His name. God allowed us to come together to praise His name, to praise His name, to praise His name. God allowed us to come together to praise Him. God allowed us, yeah, to come together, sing our song, to sing our song. God allowed us to come together to sing our song, to sing our song, to sing our song. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, to come together. Now put those hands together to clap our hands. Come on. To clap our hands. God allowed us to come together to clap our hands. To clap our hands. To clap our hands. God allowed us to come together. God allowed us, yeah, to come together. Everybody say one more time. Just one more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. One more time. One more time. Oh, God allowed us. God allowed us. Yeah. To come together one more time. God allowed us. Yeah. Just to praise His name. God allowed us. Yeah. Been so good and kind. Yeah. God allowed us. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, He did. God allowed us, yeah. God allowed us to come together one more. Woo! Yeah, man. One more time. God allowed us to come together one more time. Brothers and sisters, I hope that you don't take that for granted. You know, there's so many people, man, that laid down like you and I did last night, but they're gone into eternity. They didn't wake up this morning. You know, but look at us, man. I'm here, you're here. Those of you who have logged on, I see you there. One more time, God has allowed us to come together. Even though it's virtually, we're still together. And I'm beginning to get used to this virtual thing. I'll be honest with you. You know, I mean, I can't see many of your faces, but I can feel your energy. I can feel your spirit. The very fact that you're logged on means that you're ready to be a part of this experience. And I'm so grateful for that. You know, before going into welcoming everybody, let's get right to honoring our ancestors. Okay. Without their life, their deeds, their legacy, their contributions, and their sacrifice, we wouldn't even be able to do this stream today if it had not been for our ancestors. So let's honor them together. Okay, let's lift our voices, everybody, as we say it like we mean it. Honoring our ancestors. Okay, those who have gone before us, upon whose shoulders we stand. Join in with the brothers and I as we lift our voices together and say, "O ancestors, blacker than 1,000 midnights, African ancestors, it is to you that we, your children, give respect and honor. O ancestors, we call upon you and welcome you in this place. African ancestors, let your presence fill this place. O ancestors, who have been purposely excluded from the history books so that the world would not know of your greatness. Our African ancestors, who gave civilization to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave the arts to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave music to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave the sciences to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave mathematics to the world. Yes. Our African ancestors, who gave medicine to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave literature to the world. Our African ancestors, yes, who gave philosophy to the world. Our African ancestors, who gave God consciousness to the world. O ancestors, we thank you for devoting your life to make a future for us, your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Now stand with us, strengthen us, guide us, teach us, and protect us from the snare of our enemies. Rise up, O African ancestors, and let our enemies be scattered. Give us the wisdom and the boldness to deal with our oppressors and those who would hinder the liberation and empowerment of our people. Rise up, O African ancestors, and live in us, and we will not fail to honor you. We will not fail to respect you. We will not fail to hear you, and we will not betray you. Ashe. Yes. And now, brothers and sisters, we want to take the time to honor just a few of the great Africans who have gone ahead of us. Yes. We call forth their great African names and honor them. Yes. To pharaohs Narmer, Zoja, Sneferu, Khufu, Khafre, Menkaure, and the great vizier and physician and multi-genius Imhotep, we say Ashe. To Queen Nitocris, Queen Sobek Neferu, yes, Queen Ahotep, we honor their African names today. Queen King Hatshepsut, Nefertiti, Queen T, and Queen Nefertari II, yes, we say Ashe. To Menkepen Rautahudi Mays, known as Thutmose III, Amenhotep III, Akhenaten, yes, Tutankhamun, Ursama Akra, Setepenra, Rametsu Meriamun, Ramses II, Shabaka, Taharka, Hannibal, and the great African warrior Shaka Zulu, we say Ashe. To all of the kings, queens, yes, priests, and warriors of Nubia, yes, Waset, Ethiopia, yes, Kemet, Kenya, the Congo, Tanzania, Uganda, Central, South, and West Al-Kibu land, we say Ashe. To the more than 600 million Africans, yes, whose lives were lost in the European invasions of Africa and in the Middle Passage, we say Ashe. To the more than 300 million who have since lost their lives, yes, to racism and hate crimes, yes, we say Ashe. To Harriet Tubman, Ashe. Frederick Douglass, Ashe. Mary McLeod Bethune, Ashe. Nat Turner, Ashe. Fannie Lou Hamer, Ashe. Sojourner Truth, Ashe. Carter G. Woodson, Ashe. Booker T. Washington, Ashe. Dr. Charles Drew,
Ashe.
Noble Drew Ali,
Ashe.
Benjamin Banneker,
Ashe.
George
Yes.
Washington Carver,
Ashe.
Bishop Richard Allen,
Ashe.
Bishop Charles Harrison Mason,
Ashe.
Howard Thurman,
Ashe.
Mother Mahalia Jackson,
Ashe.
the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey,
Ashe.
Benjamin E. Mays,
Ashe.
Langston Hughes,
Ashe.
Medgar Evers,
Ashe.
Paul Robeson,
Ashe.
Dr. Martin Luther King,
Ashe. Dr.
Malcolm
Yosef
X,
Ben Yakinet,
Thurgood Marshall,
Dr.
Mother
Asa
Clyde
Hilliard,
Hale,
Bishop
Adam
Lauren
Clayton
Mann,
Powell, the
Ashe.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad,
Ashe.
Dr.
John
Amos
Lewis,
Wilson, Dr. John Henry
Mother
Clark,
Cicely Tyson,
Dr. John G. Jackson,
Ashe.
Dr. Shikanta Diaz,
Ashe.
Dr. Chancellor Williams,
Ashe.
Dr. George G.M. James,
Ashe.
Patrice Lumumba,
Ashe.
Kwame Ture,
Ashe.
Kwame Nkrumah,
Ashe.
Dr. Khalid Muhammad,
Ashe.
Dr. Jacob Carruthers,
Ashe.
Dr. Shaka Musa Badashano,
Yeah, Ashe.
Brother Ray Charles,
Ashe.
to our mothers and fathers,
Ashe. Call their
our
names,
grandmothers and grandfathers, to our great-grandmothers
They
and
made their
great-grandfathers,
transition, call their
our
names.
brothers and sisters,
Ashe.
sons and daughters,
Ashe.
aunts and uncles,
Ashe.
nieces, nephews, cousins,
Yes.
and all those who have gone ahead of us
Yes.
and have made their ancestral transition to their life, deeds,
Yes.
legacy, and contributions.
Yes.
We say,
Ashe.
Ashe. Again, we say,
Ashe.
Again, we say,
Ashe. Oh, yebo, yebo. Allahu Akbar. Yes. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah. The English translation are these words. God is great and he's worthy to be praised. I say hallelujah. God is great and he's worthy to be praised. Yes, I say hallelujah. So God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and say, you are with us. God make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and say, you are with us. Oh, God, make us one. We all should be one. And then the unbelievers will come and they will say, you are with us. Yes. Ooh, alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah. Of course, I own the rights to that music as well. Okay, I wrote that some years ago, back about 20 years ago, 21 years ago, when we had the Nation of Islam to join in with us there in St. Louis with the African Village. And I wrote this song for our believers in unity fellowship service. Allahu Akbar. God is great and he's worthy to be praised. Once again, brothers and sisters, I say welcome, welcome, welcome to another Sunday online Njia Fellowship of the African Village and Cultural Center. I'm Ray Hagins. Glad to have you guys with me today. And I want to say a very special welcome today to my brothers and sisters, our family there at the African Village of Memphis, Tennessee, who are joining us today. Yeah, brothers and sisters, Ma'ado Tep to you guys. Good to have you with me today, along with your teacher there in Missouri, Norman Redwing. I'm going to be bringing him on the screen in a moment, okay? But we just want to say welcome, and it's so good to have you guys with me today. I saw our brother, I believe his brother Ahmed, or trying to get his phone camera to come live so we can get a shot of you guys there in Memphis at the African Village in Memphis. And we're still trying to get that. I'll know when it comes on the screen because I'll see it there. Okay. But in the meantime, I see our minister in charge there on the screen, and I'll be bringing you on in a moment. Pastor Redwing, it's so good to see you, brother, and have all of you guys from Memphis join me today as we talk about the power of coming into the knowledge of the truth. And I can't think of a better person, as well as many others, but I can't think of a better person to share that experience with you than our newest addition to the African Village, and that is the African Village of Memphis, Tennessee, and Pastor Redwing. And so we're going to have them on today, and in the future we're going to have others on as well. Okay, as we continue to celebrate. Yeah, we're continuing to celebrate 23 years of service, man, to the African Village and Cultural Center. 23 years that I would not trade one day for, despite of all the stuff I've been through. Okay, I still wouldn't trade one day for it. But right now, let's lift our voices and sing our national anthem. Lift every voice and sing. And then after that, we're going to come back and bring Pastor Norman Redwing on, and we're just going to share today in fellowship. Okay, but right now, let's just sing. Lift every voice and sing. Everybody, come on. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith and the dark past on us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Racing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory in one. Stony the road we trod, stony the road we trod. Bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. We have come over a way that tears have watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. Yes, God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever, yes, in the path we pray.
shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand true to our God, true to our native land. Yes, true to our God, true to our native land. Yes, yes, yes. True to our God, true to our native land. Yeah, whoa! True to our God and true to our native land. Yes, the God of our ancestors. Oh my goodness. True to our God, not the God that was fabricated by the Roman Catholic Church and given to us to believe in. The God of all creation. Yes, the sustainer and creator of all life. The God of our ancestors. That's who we honor today and who we are true to. The God of our native land, our motherland, where we were kidnapped from and brought to this country, enslaved. Once again, brothers and sisters, I'd like to say welcome to another Sunday online Njia Fellowship of the African Village and Cultural Center. I'm Dr. Ray Hagins, Chief Elder Spiritual Teacher of the African Village, and I welcome all of you today, especially our guest for today, which is the African Village of Memphis, Tennessee, along with their teacher, Waziri, Norman Redwing, the brothers and sisters there who are joining us today. And I'm hoping that somehow or sometime in the process of this, I'll see them get connected so we can get a screenshot of them, and so they can wave at everybody, let you guys know how they're doing down there in Memphis. But Pastor Redwing will tell us all about that. Okay. Also, I'd like to say welcome to the African Village. Let's start in the order of succession here. Of course, headquarters, right, where it all began, St. Louis, Missouri. To our elders, to our brothers and sisters there in St. Louis, Ma'at Hotep, I greet you and say welcome. It's so good to have you with us as well. To our Queen Mother Lucas there, Juanita Lucas. To our elders, Elder Comey White, Elder Robert Lee, Elders Jackson. Oh my goodness. Elder Magwood, Elder Doris Magwood there. My goodness, other elders there. I'm trying to think. To the Connor family, to all of the members there, to our young people there, to Brother Tom. Okay. Oh my goodness, man. I call names, I start forgetting everybody. And by the way, Brother Tom and others, thank you, Brother Mingo, for your donations earlier already this week. Let's go to the next African village that we gave birth to, and that's Youngstown, Ohio. 9 years after we got started, we gave birth to Youngstown, Ohio. Okay, and we say Ma'at Hotep to you as well, to the family there, to our elders as well, to our elder John Clark, who's down in Texas, I believe in the Houston area, Ma'at Hotep elder, to all of you, to the African village there in New York City, to the African village in Chicago, Illinois, to the African village in Detroit, Michigan, to the African village in Charleston, South Carolina, to the African village in Kansas City, Missouri. Oh my goodness, to all of you who are supporters, our brothers and sisters down there in Florida. I didn't forget you. You know that. To our brothers and sisters in the Washington, D.C. area, to our warrior brother there, our brother Thutmose, Brother Joe Ward, Ma'at Hotep brother, who oversaw the African village of Washington, D.C. Oh, my goodness, man. It's just so good to have all of you with me today. To our brothers and sisters down in Guyana, South America. To our brothers and sisters in the motherland in Ghana. Okay, in South Africa, our brothers and sisters on military bases around the world who watch us every week, to our brothers and sisters right here in the United States of America, okay, to our brothers and sisters in Canada, everywhere, all of you guys, okay, and of course, all of you who are right there logged on right now. Okay, and you join me every Sunday. You're so loyal. Thank you guys so very much. For all of you who log on with us every week, listen, take a moment and share this link. Okay, if you're on YouTube, share the link to your family and friends and your Facebook
connections and all, okay? Create a watch party so thousands of others can hear the truth as well. Don't just keep it to yourself, right? Remember the song we used to sing, said I wasn't going to tell nobody, but I just couldn't keep it to myself, okay? Well, let's share the good news of your transition, which leads me to bring on my brother, my friend, a warrior who has come aboard with the African Village. I met him a couple of years ago at the African Village annual gathering in New York. Well, it was actually held in New Jersey, but we met in New York and in New Jersey. It was hosted by the African Village of New York, and Pastor Norman Redwing came on and unmute your mic, Doc. I see you. There you go. You unmuted it. And I'm so glad to have him with us today. Oh, my goodness. Waziri Norman Redwing. Man, how you doing, bro?
Hey, Doc. How are you?
Man, I'm doing blacktastic.
Blacktastic. Doc,
I got you.
I decided to change my name, Doc.
To what, man?
I decided, Ray is my middle name, so I decided I'm going to be Norman Ray Hagen.
That's all right. I'm honored, brother.
And I got a junior on the end of mine, so it's going to be Norman Ray Hagen Jr.
I see them connecting down there.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There. So
we have a wonderful group of people here today.
You want to have them come in and wave at us now, or what?
Yes, sir. Yeah, just
okay,
come on in.
Let's bring on the family there.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wave at Dr. Hagen.
Family down there in Memphis.
Yeah, right, they got you on the big screen, Doc.
Yeah, man.
They got you on the big screen.
Oh, they're looking at me on the screen down there?
Yes, sir. With the big screen and everything in that room.
Whoever's holding the camera, kind of turn around so we can see the screen that everybody's looking at down there. And you kind of give other folk ideas, Doc, on what we can be doing here, on how we all converge at the same time and watch this on screen, man.
There we go.
Yeah, that way. Turn the camera around so you can see the screen there down there in Memphis.
There you go. See,
oh, look at that! I see it. Yeah, Doc. Oh, yeah, man. That's wonderful.
Oh, Doc, we're gonna send you pictures of this beautiful place, man. Doc, it's amazing what the members and others have done here. It's just a blessing. It's just unbelievable. And we're gonna talk about that because it's all due to the great. Your great leadership and those wonderful people that I met in New York, and Ra has just really blessed us. So we'll talk about that more.
Man, it's so good. I'm so proud of you, Doc, and the work that you're doing down there, man.
Oh, Doc, I'm
so proud.
It's your leadership, Doc. I'm just grateful that I'm able to, in a very small way. I'm not totally there yet, Doc, but I'm following your vision. It's your vision for this work that we do, and that's what keeps us going. And I'm telling you, it's a great vision. It's a wonderful vision. So I am just eternally grateful to you. But more than that, I'm eternally grateful to Ra, our creator, and to our ancestors, Doc.
Yes, sir, Doc.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Man, listen, my mind is going back to seeing you and your queen and your children, your family, and Minister Crawford in New Jersey when we met.
Yes, sir.
And Doc, I'll never forget that gathering, man. I was just telling the African Village in New York this week, I was on with them Tuesday night, how awesome that gathering was, man. They put that thing together, and it was one of the most powerful gatherings we've ever had, Doc. And I think about the fact that y'all drove all the way up there from Memphis.
Yes, sir.
To be with us, man.
Yes, sir. And we'll do it again.
I got you, right? In fact, we were talking about, because I mentioned, you said that you wanted to host the annual gathering there in Memphis.
In Memphis, Tennessee.
So
we're ready.
Making that happen, Doc.
We're ready, Doc. We're ready here in Memphis.
You know, I see that, Doc.
We're ready.
I see.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, tell the audience, tell the world how about Norman Redwing's Because you're a pastor, Doc. You're a former pastor.
Yes, sir.
Just tell us, testify, Doc. Tell us about your life. Go
Doc,
on.
there's one of your biggest fans. Just walk by.
Oh yeah, but on that screen or back there.
Here's your biggest fan right here.
Hey man, what's up?
Hey,
hey buddy,
this is your biggest fan. He watch you more than I do.
That's my man right there.
Yes, sir. That's your biggest fan right there, Doc.
And you know what, man? You know what? I wish, Doc, I am so thankful that he is getting this at his age.
Oh, yes.
I didn't get this, Doc, until I was 40 years old.
Wow.
Okay? Getting this information to our young warriors like him,
yes,
Doc, that helps me to know, Doc, there's hope for us, man.
Oh, Doc, I'm so excited. Let me just go back just a little bit, if you don't mind. For about 6 years, we were pastoring and working downtown in Memphis, serving the homeless and people down there. And I had a tragic situation to happen to me. I got hurt pretty bad down there. But we did some great work down there, I thought. And we were teaching what most of us know as Christ and all the other things in the church. And I just kind of accidentally up on you teaching, and I thought, oh my God, here's another one of these nutcases trying to take Jesus away from us. So, I watched for a little while. I said, I don't believe all that crap. And then, Doc, after I got hurt, I was in the hospital. Something happened, and it seemed like I woke up, Doc. Something happened, and Minister Crawford was there. My wife and family was caring for me, and Doc, something, I can't explain what happened, but it sent me right back to you. And I began to teach. And I walked into the church one day, and I told the members that I'm having struggles here because I no longer believe in the way I've been teaching. Mm-hmm. And that we talked about you and what was going on. And people looked at me like, oh, Lord, he got hit in the head, so we know he done lost his mind. And I think everybody was talking behind my back, and others were whispering. I think even Minister Crawford think, oh my God, my pastor done lost his mind. But as we began, and Doc, it's just amazing how everything came together. It's like the zeitgeist. We talk about the zeitgeist, and that's an idea whose time has come. Mm-hmm. Everything seemed to come together. And then I started seeing this conference in New York, in New Jersey. And I thought, and this is the same guy that's about to lead this thing. So I thought, wow. And Doc, I couldn't rest. I started researching you, started listening to you. And things started, then I saw where you showed some, I believe it was stolen legacy. And you talked about all the things on the walls of Egypt. And I began to see some things that I realized had to be the truth. But the thing that stood out to most to me, Doc, was when you put that circle up. Okay. And you gave me an opportunity to say, just step outside of what you think you know. Okay. What you believe you know. Just step outside there for a moment. And Doc, I took a chance. I did. And Doc, my whole life has been transformed by everything that I've stepped out to pay attention to. So Doc, we got on the road. We planned right away. Even though everybody thought I was in that case, I probably lost it, but we're just going to go along with it because he's our pastor, I guess. I guess that's what they were thinking. And I started sharing with Minister Crawford, one of my closest person I love dearly. Uh-huh. And I mean, everything that has been a part of my life in these last 6 years or more has been her love and passion for me. But Doc, Minister Crawford has been this thing much, much longer than I have. And she's well educated more than I am when it comes to the gospel. She's a greater teacher. She should have been a pastor. Okay. She even joined under my leadership and my pastor leadership to become the minister and serve. Okay. Excuse me, Doc. So I just honor her and the work that she's done with me. But Doc, she got on the road with me along with my family. And when we got up there, Doc, it's something happened. We got in that room, Doc, and I heard that song one more time, man. I almost jumped out of my seat. Something happened. It's like that idea whose time had met up with destiny. I got it's you. Like, Doc, it's like I immediately came out of darkness into the real marvelous light. I hear you, brother. And man, I couldn't, I guess my wife never looked at me like I was a nutcase because while y'all singing one more time, that beautiful queen, Karen Stewart, was leading that song. Man, I was back there. I was trying to record it, but I couldn't hear the recording well because I was shouting.
Right.
And Doc, I'm telling you, my whole life has been transformed. And do you realize, Doc, that I very seldom watch TV like I used to and go to movies like I used to, because I'm now put in a position now where all I want to do is be educated, be empowered, get the truth and the message so I can teach and do what you're doing, Doc. It's like I'm a little Norman Hagins Jr., and I really mean that because I follow your leadership, I follow your vision. I'm trying my best to do it to the best of my ability, and I want to do it the way in which you are leading us to do. So, Doc, I just kind of sum it up. My whole life has been transformed. We got down here. We closed that church downtown. All my members left, except Minister Crawford and a few that's here now. Everybody walked away, Doc. Everybody left.
Wow.
And they said, thank you, but no thank you. So we shut it down. And Doc, it's just amazing what happened next. It's like Ra was waiting on me to do what he has told us to do a long time ago. Minister Crawford and I coined this term a long time ago, and I didn't follow it the way in which he gave it to me. It says unlearn, learn, and teach.
Yes, sir, Doc.
And I thought he was talking about the Bible and the stuff that I had been involved in. That was not what he was talking about.
Okay.
So he had to put me on that path. And I guess I was like the brother that got hit in the head on the road and knocked off my horse. I got hit in the head down there at the village and knocked out for a few days, and then I came to my senses. But Doc, a miracle happened. We ended up in a library right across the street from where we are now. And we were trying to meet there. We met some new wonderful people, the Browns and others who are here with us today. And Doc, I looked across the street at a building that I've been seeing all of my life pretty much. When I attended school right next door to the library, one day I walked out, I looked over, I said, that building has been empty forever. It was a beautiful building. Used to be a police precinct.
Okay.
And I said, Lord, I'd like to have that building in my heart and mind. So I went over and I looked in and peeped in. I said, man, this needs a lot of work on the inside. So I called the city and I asked the city, I said, what can I do to get this building? They said, well, nobody's ever asked. It's been sitting empty about 10 years. Nobody's ever asked. Sitting right there, beautiful building.
Wow.
Beautiful brick has been cared for and taken care of with the exception the inside needed a lot of work. Doc, they told me that the building is ours. We paid for it. And it wasn't much at all, Doc. It was a gift. It was truly a gift. The next thing, how we got it, and the next thing happened that we got just out of somebody I don't even know. Hear me when I say this, how good Ra has been to us and put us on the true path through your leadership and the leadership of those wonderful people in New York, in New Jersey at that conference. And they're from all over the country. Doc, we got a $17,000 donation to do the renovation.
Woo, Doc.
From somebody I had never met. Do you hear me? Everybody here sitting there listening, they know I'm telling the truth. No, a man I never even met. It was just a word was put out there, and I got it just that quick.
See there,
Doc? Doc, the rest is history. This place has been transformed. We have a gift shop. Every room is beautiful. We have new computers, new labs. That big space you saw in there, we have beautiful art. We have treasures in here. And when you walk in here, it's like walking into one of the pyramids because you see all the artifacts. Everything is designed and set up beautifully. But the most important piece is the wonderful people who have given their time and they're joining us and coming in. Doc, we had a big celebration yesterday. And we've met some wonderful people who have agreed to do some groups and some other things here. And one of the things you and I talked about was that one of the issues that we have as a people. Yes, we've been indoctrinated. We've been taught all the things that need to be unlearned. But Doc, we have a deeper issue. It's like when I was on crack and alcohol, all those things, I had to remove the crack, which was a small symptom of the disease. And then I had to go underneath there to deal with what led me to it and won't lead me back to it. Doc, that's what happened here. All that Christianity and all that craziness was removed. And now I'm able to get under there and find out what really happened. and the stories and the teaching, the education. Well, Doc, that's what has happened with our people. Okay. We've decided, we're working with psychologists and others now to develop groups, podcasts, and things of that nature. We have all the equipment, everything we need now. Wonderful. And we want to bring in some groups where our people are going to be able to deal with the psychological damaging that Christianity, religion, and all the racism and all the other mess, we got to deal with that. So we've been buying books from New York, the sisters in New York. We've been buying books from Washington, D.C. Doc, we got everything we need set in place to make this happen. So we're going to deal with your vision because Doc, you have taught us, because you are a psychologist, you are Dr. King of Malcolm X and Francis Cress Wells and all those people tied in. Wow. And I've come to realize we need all of it, but we've got to be healed, Doc.
Yes, sir. Doc.
I'm still in the healing process and growing, and our people need to be healed. We have a psychological damaging situation going on that we've got to unlearn, learn, and then teach. And then not only that, when we get to that point and we're on the surface to begin to really teach what you have taught us, really get that message out there. Now we've got to put some other things on it. We've got to saturate ourselves with the knowledge and the wisdom. And now we got to grow. We got to do some outreach and in-reach, and we got to bring our people out of darkness into the marvelous light. And that's where we are, Doc. And things have gone so well. Our ancestors and our Creator has made it so possible that we're now preparing to open up an African gift shop downtown. Awesome. You know, we have one here. We have one here. Minister Crawford, my wife and my daughter, has done absolutely marvelous job. They got that room renovated. They got it designed. Doc, I'm going to ask my wife to go in there and just show it to you right quick. To go in there and show it to you as we're talking. To go in there and put it on the screen so everybody can see what they have done in this place is just amazing. That beautiful picture you take me off, you'll see that beautiful picture on the wall that they have done. It's just unbelievable, Doc. It's all over the place.
And man, I want to see it. In fact, I want everybody to see it. If it's possible for the brother to take his phone and just kind of go around and show us what you're talking about.
My wife she's on the way to do that now. Just trying to show them everything, baby. Make sure you show them that handsome picture of me on the wall. Doc, you know, I just had I decided I'm going to try to write a book of my life. And I started, but I have that picture I put out there of me as an adult and me as a little boy. And those are actual pictures we're painted from pictures. The picture of me as a little boy is a picture of me when I was in juvenile court locked up. And I had tears in my eyes. And that picture, that's me as an adult coming out of darkness into his marvelous light to reach a child. And that child was me, the inside, the work that needed to be done on me first. And now that I've come out of darkness into his marvelous light, I'm going deep inside to try to lead and guide other children. That's our gift shop, Doc. Oh, man. We got some. My wife and Mrs. Crawford and my daughter, Raven. Doc, they have, look at that. They have created, they had that room renovated and made that place look like nothing you've ever seen. And Brother Brown put up the shelf for us and did the work.
Some more room. I'm going to take myself.
Brother Brown put all that work you see back there. Brother Brown did all that work, put together those shelves, everything for us. Look at that. My wife be putting all that stuff together, man, and she got all this OPD, and I believe there's a little marijuana in there, Doc. I don't know. I'm gonna just be careful.
You are crazy. You crazy, man.
But Doc, see those beautiful parts of the Sister Janie, who was on the New York call, the Tuesday night call. See all that beautiful stuff. Sister Janie sent us all that from Nigeria. I met her on the New York call. The wonderful people in New York, man. I tell you, Waziri Wells has done an absolutely marvelous job with our group in New York. I love him dearly. And Sister Janie was on there. We partnered, Doc, and did some conferences and things together over the phone. And she sent my wife all that stuff, all those clothing from Nigeria, all those beautiful purses originally from Nigeria. She is just keeping us up with everything. So, Doc, this is what your vision, this is what the work of the African village is doing. We want to take it to another level. I think it was Sister, oh God, one of the sisters from New York inspired me to develop a children daycare center and call it the African Children Village Daycare. And where we began to teach our children as babies. That, look at that, hold on, stop right there. Look at that handsome boy there. My Lord. That's me as an adult and me as a child.
Doc, I love that shot right there.
Doc, that's going to be the cover of my book. That's me. Doc, I'll see them tears on my face. I was on in juvenile court at age 12.
Wow.
And look at me standing there, Doc, with my African robe on. And you see that thing on my neck? That ain't no cross, y'all. Don't get it.
Doc. I see it.
That's life. That's life, Doc. Doc, do you know what your work and your vision has done for me?
Wow, Doc.
Oh, Doc, I'm telling you, my whole life has been transformed. My wife is taking me around. She can go upstairs and show you the beautiful work upstairs right quick. Because I want everybody to see what this has done for us. Look at that. There's Minister Crawford sitting there, right there by her son. There's my daughter, Raven. There's the Brown sitting back in the back hiding. See that life with the tree of life, Doc? Look at that. Look at that, Doc. There are some wonderful people I got there, Doc. And we got more. They just haven't made it here yet. But, Doc, I'm telling you.
This is wonderful.
Oh, Doc. And you
see this, Doc, is this the building that you got from the city?
This is the one I bought from the city, yes.
Oh, man.
And we renovated it. We took all that back wall out. We did everything. We put everything you see in there. We renovated. Yes, sir, Doc. We have classrooms upstairs. My wife said, look on that wall. Look at the wall right there, Doc. You see that? Look at that. That's how people march into freedom. That's eyes on the prize, Doc. March into freedom, Doc.
Man, this is wonderful.
Oh, Doc, look, I'm going to tell you something, Doc.
It's wonderful,
man,
Doc.
And without your leadership and vision, I don't think it would have. That's the room upstairs. Yes, sir. That's the wall of the 4 little girls from September the 15th, 1963, that was bombed in the church. I had it painted on that wall because I love our children so much, and I love they are our ancestors now. And I had to keep something that's permanent of them, and there they are right there. We have televisions on every wall so we can teach and educate our people. Now, if you look at the equipment is podcasts. We have all the podcasts in that room right there. It can be recorded. Everything can be done. That's my handsome son, Norman, sitting there. There's my boy. That's my handsome son right there, man. That's a black-tastic boy there. Hey, what are you doing with that white pitch on there? But, Doc, that's the room for the podcast and everything. That's that room. Now, we have a children's room. We still work on it. There's the computers, the laptops, all the beautiful pictures of our beautiful children on the wall. And we still have a lot more work to do because we're going to expand this thing even more, Doc. We're going to take it to a whole nother level. Whole nother level, Doc.
Man,
yes, sir.
I don't, man, I'm speechless, man. Doc, I don't get speechless that often.
Well, Doc, this comes from your guidance, your leadership, your work. When I say I came out of darkness to marvelous light, when I say, Doc, that I was transformed, something happened to me, Minister Crawford, my wife and me, we got busy immediately. Doc, when it happened in New Jersey, the real spark happened in New Jersey.
Yes.
When we left that, Doc, we hit the ground running, and we haven't stopped since. Yes. We haven't stopped, Doc.
I see that, man.
We ain't seen nothing yet. We're going to have some small African villages. And see that logo in the top of that? That will never change. That's Dr. Hagins' African Village logo. That will never change. I'm going to always follow your vision. I'm going to always teach your vision. I'm going to follow your leadership. I'm going to always teach it. And, Doc, before you know it, one day you're going to look up and there's going to be a big old pretty statue of you in here. A big old picture of you on this wall. And Doc, I'm not kidding a bit. Because you are a leader. And it needs to be. And so at some point, we'll find the street here in this area to name Dr. Ray Hagin Jr.
Wow.
Now, Doc, we're going to do this. This is going to work, Doc. The library across the street over there where we are now, we're working on changing the name. Our ancestors need to be known. This area used to be all white, Italian, and Jewish. That day is over.
All right, brother. I hear you.
The street's name is about to be changed. We bought the building on Malcolm X's birthday, May 19th, and we're going to celebrate. We got a big celebration coming up next May 19th. And our sisters and brothers from New York and from all over, we're going to block the streets off. We're going to blow it up, Doc.
Man,
we're going to have African brothers and sisters setting up tables outside. It's going to be beautiful. You just wait. And, Doc, I need you here to lead this thing.
I ain't going nowhere, Doc. I'll be there.
I know you already been here. And, Doc, I tell you put us on fire when we were here.
And you know something, brother? Let me share this with you and with the whole audience, man. When I was in the Marines, Doc, I was stationed at Millington.
Wow.
Millington Naval Air Station, man.
That's right. I remember you.
And I went into the ministry in Gilbert Patterson's church, Bountiful Blessings Deliverance Center, right there in Memphis, man.
Yes, sir.
And even back then, Doc, I didn't understand it, but I knew that something was going to happen in Memphis that I would have something to do with.
Oh, yes, sir.
I just didn't know what it was, man. And
yes,
Doc, that was man, this was, oh my goodness, Doc, you talking 72, 73 back then, man. Okay. And
wow.
So we talking what, almost 50 years now?
Wow.
Good grief, Doc. That was 49 years ago. My goodness, Doc.
Wow. Well, Doc, let me share with the audience. I don't want to take up too much more time, but let me share with the audience what your leadership has done. My 16-year-old daughter, Raven, you met my daughter, Raven.
Yes.
Raven has become, she's the president of the NAACP here.
Get out of here.
She's done citywide speeches during the killing of Floyd. She's done citywide in speak, and we have all of it on video, and I'll send it out to the teams. She has done an absolutely remarkable job. Doc, your leadership has started something, and I may not be around to see it all happen, but I guarantee you this: we got some young folk that we're preparing, and my daughter is one of them.
That's
just like I think Sister Karen Stewart is a great leader. Waziri and Kwame and all those brothers there in New York. There's so many leaders out here, Doc. And when I look at the internet, when I look at Facebook and YouTube, and I see, and every day, Doc, your message is all over the world, and we are waking up, Doc. It's just amazing what's going on around the world now.
Mm.
And now so to the point where they come up with this critical racist mess. Our eyes are opening up so much now that they want to take it out of our schools. They want to take it from everything. It ain't gonna happen, Doc, because we're gonna build more of the African village led and taught by Dr. Ray Hagin and all the brothers and sisters in African villages all over the world. We're gonna, if they don't do it in those schools, we'll create our own.
There you go, Doc.
We'll build our own villages.
Now you're talking. That's what I'm talking
we'll
about.
Build our own villages. We ain't gonna wait on white folks and nobody else to lead us anymore. We're gonna do it on our own. Oh, yes, sir.
I love it,
yes,
man.
Sir. Woo, Doc, I'm still on fire.
I can tell, man.
I'm still on fire. I'm telling you, Doc. So, Doc, I just love you, man. I love you. I love our people. I love what y'all done. And I have to give credit to those people that I met in New Jersey as well. They set my heart on fire.
Yes, they did, bro.
Brother Ismail and his beautiful queen,
yes,
Lottie.
Yes.
Oh man, those people set my heart on fire.
Yes.
And I can never get over my brother doing all the dancing. Lord, I forgot. I got so much I want to say. Man, look, it's just beautiful. Sister Diop and everybody, Joni, man, I love them dearly, what they've done. They just people who, and if you're listening and you were there on that day, you just don't know what you have done with us, to us, through us, and for us.
Wow, bro.
And all of this started from Dr. Hagin, your leadership, your guidance, and we know where it comes from. It comes from Ra and our ancestors.
Yes.
And I don't believe in angels anymore. I know my angels are called ancestors, Doc.
Teach, Doc. That's
yes,
what
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, Doc, I want you to know I love you. And I'll never do say this, Doc, because I got on so excited about this that I got to make sure I say to you, Doc, I love you and happy anniversary to you. Happy birthday. We're still celebrating you. And we got a gift for you from here in Memphis. But I want to encourage our people, Doc, if you don't mind me saying this.
Yes.
What we have decided to do is we're going to give $700 every year. That does not exclude anything else we're going to do, but we're going to give to our parent organization. That's the Dr. Hagins, the African Village.
Yes, Doc.
We're going to give and commit to $700 annually to give as the churches used to do to the, what do you call it, Church of God in Christ and all that crap.
Okay.
Because, but we're getting real teaching. So we need to be able to help you in your mission, your vision, your work, because you do a lot. You're teaching, you have the radio show, you got the church down there, and then those beautiful families, those babies that lost their mothers, and how you were there traveling back and forth. We were in St. Louis with you, came on vacation to share with Sister Karen when she lost her niece. You were there. Doc, it takes money. We're not in it for the money, as you say.
Right.
But what's the other part, Doc? We got to have money to make it happen.
We don't do money. We don't do this to make money, but we need money to do this.
Yes, we need money to do it. So, Doc, I'm not asking for nothing because the Raw has blessed me, and it's gonna come. It comes to us.
Yeah, man.
And Raw takes care of us, and it's gonna continue to come from the Memphis group, from the village. We have wonderful people who give, who love us. We don't have to pay no rent, Doc. We bought our bills, baby.
Ain't that something, Doc?
We ain't got to pay no mortgage no more. We own ours. It belongs to us.
I love it,
We
Doc.
ain't paying nobody else for nothing.
I love
Doc,
it, man. Shoot.
Doc, and all I'm saying to everybody who's listening in, share, give from your heart. Give from your heart. Doc, here's what I learned when I was in and I'm gonna close with this, Doc. Here's what I've learned. We can't keep this, Doc, unless we give it away.
That's true.
We can't keep it unless we give it away. We got to give it away.
That's right, Doc.
We got to give it away.
That's right.
And the wisdom, the knowledge, the money, everything was not, it was given to us. Raw made it possible for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to open my hands, open my heart, but I definitely got to open my mind.
Yes, Doc.
And be able to give.
Yeah, man.
That's where we are right now. So, Doc, I want to tell you and all of our brothers and sisters out there, we love you from Memphis, Tennessee. We love you. And every time I eat some crab,
no, you didn't. No, you didn't go there, Doc. No, you did not go there.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Doc. You got me in trouble.
You did not go there, Doc. You gonna make me leave up out of here and go get some crab legs, man.
Crab legs, baby. Dr. Hayden got me sprung, y'all. Ain't nobody sharing no crack with me anymore. They sharing crab legs, baby.
I'm so
Lord.
man,
Doc, I love you, man.
I am so honored. I am so proud of you, of the work you're doing, man. You got an awesome queen by your side, your family,
yes,
the members of the African village there in Memphis.
Oh, yes, sir. Best people in the world.
Doc, I was concerned when you first made that transition. I was wondering if they were going to hang in there with you, and I'm looking at the work is your fruit, Doc.
Doc, listen, my youngest sister Crystal is here with me, and she stays with me. She loves me, and she stays with me. She supports me in everything. Some of the other family members are going on. That's okay. But my sister's here with me. My family is sitting here with me right now. And the other family, Doc, is looking in at me right now. They see my handsome face. They see my gray hair. They see how handsome I am. That's my family, Doc. And we're going to create these villages, Doc. Doc, you ain't seen nothing yet. You wait until what we do in this community. You just wait and see, Doc, what we're about. And Doc, we own property now. We own houses and other things, and that helps us. We're investing now. Every dime we get, we're investing, trying to make more money to keep the village going. Because, if white folk give a little money, I ain't going to be mad at them. But they can't come in here and tell us how to run our business. That day is over.
That's right.
I ain't mad at them, but that day is over. It's going to be done by our people because we are what? We're Africans, and we're an African village. Brother Kwame, I know you're listening.
Teach, brother.
You gave it to me, Doc. You made it clear. I am an African. Yes, I am.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I'm Dr. Norman Ray Hagin, baby. I'm going to shave my hair next time y'all see me.
Oh, man. Oh, brother.
Hey, Doc, I thank you so much. You spend time with me, Doc. You listen to me, you talk with me when I'm crying, you cry. Doc, I love you, man.
I love you too, man. That's
I love
what
you,
it
Doc.
takes, Doc. And listen, man, just like you, we got Pastor James Covington out there in Oklahoma City now has come aboard.
Yes.
I'm so glad he's seeing this today. I hope he's seeing this today. And Pastor Wright as well.
Yes.
Oh man, Doc, this thing's getting ready. Man, like I said, I'm getting tongue tied now.
Hey, I can tell you what can help you with that. A crab leg can help you with that, Doc. Hey, Doc, Brother Sweet, that's who I'm talking about, Brother Sweet.
Oh yeah,
that's my guy, man. Those guys, man. Look, Doc, those are some of the most brilliant people I've ever heard and seen in my life.
Yeah, man.
They know they have followed you, Doc, and your leadership, Doc. I'm telling you, and they're teaching us, Doc. I'm telling you, they are some of the most wonderful. But I will never forget Sweet. I got Sweet and his beautiful wife on film in New York, and they're dancing, baby, shaking it up, man. I love it. And they dress, Doc. They're just beautiful people, and they just don't know. They don't know what they've done for us. I don't know. I can't afford to pay them. All I can do is tell people about them and teach. It's like with my ancestors. I can never repay what my ancestors have done for me.
Yes, sir.
The only way I've learned to do that, Doc, is to learn of them and teach them.
Yes, sir, brother.
That's the only way I can pay them. That's the only way, Doc.
Yeah.
So, Doc, you have just, and it's all about people here listening to you. We got people that's not here that's listening. They're on the tube. And the members here, Doc, everybody, we love you, Doc. We love you.
And I love you guys.
We love you.
Doc, so you mean to tell me you don't miss Christianity, Doc? You don't miss the church, Doc?
Who is that?
You.
who? Christian who? I got a nephew named Christian. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I miss him. I don't see he's in Texas now. I miss my nephew Christian.
Oh God. I thought you don't miss the program that you was in, Doc?
No, Doc. Doc, I tell you something you taught me though, is that I don't throw away my Bible. Because there's some powerful, inspiring messages there. Even though they're allegories or myth, we still can use them. Minister Crawford has taught me as well. We can still use those proverbs, those psalms to help and empower our people. We just have to teach the truth.
Yes, Doc.
The truth, Doc.
That's right, man.
It's got to be taught. And Doc, when I talk to new people and all, I always remind them of the circle. And we have the circle on big cards. I think you may have seen it in the classroom. We got it so we put them on stands so people can see it. We have them in our classroom so we can put it out there and help you to understand. We're not trying to take anything away from you. And like I heard you say I was listening to you this morning as I was preparing, and you saying, man, we're not trying to take nothing from you. Just step outside that circle and take a chance.
There you go.
That's what we done. So we got the logos on big poster boards. Everywhere I go, I can take them, set them up. And we're just encouraging people to take a chance. And Doc, one of the greatest things I think is done out of New York as well is when you actually prove, you showed to Minister Crawford and our team that you would not, he said, just don't believe me, don't just let me show you. And you showed us the images and the pictures and the artwork on the walls 8, 10, 15,000 years before there was ever even thought of a Christianity or a book.
Yes,
and there it is right there, Doc, on the walls of Africa, in Egypt, in Kemet, right there. And how can you argue with that?
You can't argue.
You can't argue with that.
That's right, bro. You can't.
Can't argue with it, Doc. I had a lady looking at me cockeyed yesterday because I was trying to tell all that. I shared some of the things you shared with me, and she looked at me like, whoa. I didn't know if she was going to hit me or hug me. But I think she's going to be with us. She didn't make it today, but I really believe she's going to be with us. She's on the fence.
Okay.
And Doc, we just got to help our people even when they're on the fence.
That's right, man. That's right, Doc. In fact, that's why I call it the Tubman ministry, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, like Harriet Tubman, Doc, after she freed herself, she didn't forget where she came from, Doc.
Yes.
She didn't forget the people that were still enslaved.
Yes.
She went back and got them, man. Okay.
Yes.
And she said, I would have freed more people if they had only known they were slaves.
If they only knew they were slaves.
You know, and say,
Doc, I want to give with you and some teams, but I want to make sure I work with my team here. Because Doc, I'm very serious about planning this Memphis conference here that you guys did in New York, Jersey. We're going to create that here because Memphis is on fire. Memphis is ready for this, Doc.
I got you.
That time has come. The zeitgeist is here.
I'm looking forward.
All we got to do now is plan, organize, and make it happen.
I'm looking forward to that, Doc, because
sir.
You know, since you came aboard, I've been trying to reach out to friends and acquaintances that I met when I was in Memphis. You know, and man, so many of them have died off already, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's a couple of people still there, man. I'm trying to connect with them. I want to connect them to you. You know, because even back in the early 70s, they were progressive thinkers.
Yes.
You know, and I'm sure that they would be willing to learn, you know. But man, I can see you're gonna do great in Memphis, man. You're gonna
well, Doc, I got two brothers walking here today. One I just met recently, Brother Beasley. He's very much in knowledge and conscious, and he's a Dr. Hagins follower. And another brother walked in today. They're coming in. They're coming in, Doc. Good. And some of them already know you. Some are on the list, and some are not there at all, but they're willing to listen. They're willing to take a little time. So, Doc, I'm just, man, I don't know what else to say. I'm
listen,
I'm overjoyed.
There's some brothers there, man. It's a group called Brothers Keeper.
Okay.
I got to connect them. You talking about some serious poets, man? Oh,
wow.
Chain, man. There's a place we used to meet there, Java Juice and Jazz or something like
Java
that.
Juice and Jazz, yeah.
You familiar with that? Okay.
I'm familiar with it. Yeah, I'm familiar with those brothers you're talking about. I thought you was going to say Promise Keepers. I was going to hang up on you. No. That's a Christian group. That's a Christian group.
No, Brothers Keeper, Doc. It's some good brothers, man. There's some good brothers there, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Doc.
Oh my God, man! I'm so proud of the work you're doing there in Memphis, man.
Doc, I thank Raw. I thank our ancestors, and I especially thank you. And I thank our brothers and sisters. And Doc, here's a beautiful thing: is that the people that you have taught and you continue to teach. Do you realize they get on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they are teaching. Doc, they're taking this. I hear it every day. Doc, there's so much going through that I'm on my phone. I'm at home in the bed all through the night and day watching and learning. And it's all they're mentioning you. They're mentioning African village. They're mentioning something that's going on that's brought them out of darkness to this marvelous light. And I'm telling you, it's on fire.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's on fire.
That's what
Doc, you got some people in the world on fire.
Wonderful, bro.
And it's not just you, Doc. It's what you have done through Raw and our ancestors and the others that you have taught. It's been so good, so well. It's so well done that they now take it and they're going with it. It's like when like my daughter Raven, we're preparing her. And she's one of the greatest gifts that's come out of this work because my daughter has picked this thing up and run. She's 16, Doc. She just turned 16 and she can teach this stuff right now. My son Norman is up there upstairs now on a computer, and all he do is research about Kemet, and he's 12, Doc.
Whoa,
he's 12.
Doc. See,
look, Doc, I need a children's daycare center and African village school. We got to do this thing, Doc.
Yeah.
And before I go visit with the ancestors, I want to lay the ground from your vision, from your work, and lay the ground for it to happen here in Memphis.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Ah, Doc.
And it should be called Dr. Ray Hagins Jr. African Village for Children.
You know, you can leave the junior off.
Leave the junior off, Doc? Well, if I'm gonna be junior, well, okay, I'll take your junior. I'll make
you can keep the junior, Doc. Oh my goodness.
Oh
man,
beautiful, Doc.
I can't think of a better tribute to my 23 years, man, than looking at the work you're doing right now.
23 years, Doc. Doc, I watched that video with those preachers in there, man. I still laugh. I shouldn't be laughing, but I still laugh. But the day that the preachers came in and
tried to put me out. Yeah, Doc. That was some day, man.
But Doc, you had some folks standing with you, Doc.
Oh yeah.
You had some folks standing with you, and it's brought us to this day. And
yes,
look at what they're standing with you has done for the world, Doc.
Yes, sir, brother.
Oh
yes.
my God.
Yeah.
It's like we're generations.
Yeah.
We become generations. And it's like, for example, I'm a generation by myself, because as long as my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, all those live, I still live. Well, Doc, it's the same way with the African village. We're the generations that comes from a generation. And where everybody is a generation. I'm an African village junior, part of the generation. Then my son, my daughter's going to be. It just continues on and on. It's fluid.
Yes, brother.
It won't stop.
I got you.
And Doc, you know, one day I would love to see the African village almost like Disney World. Do you know Disney World, when it started, it hasn't ended yet. It's still growing and growing. And before you know it, Florida and California is going to be nothing but Disney World.
That's right.
But the African village can do the same thing. And we can have a statue instead of Walt Disney standing, we'll have a statue of Dr. Ray Hagins. I'm going to take the junior off. We'll have a statue of you and everywhere we go. Because so people will know where this came from.
Wow.
That Raw gave it to us, the truth. And the truth lives, Doc. The truth lives.
Oh, my goodness.
The truth will never die.
You got
never die.
You know, Doc, in fact, you know who told me that, man? Not the truth. Brother Kendricks. Lottie's husband?
Yes.
Brother Kendricks said, he said, Doc, just want you to know you will live forever.
Yes.
And when
all your children are living.
When he first said it, I didn't catch it, but what he was really saying is the fruit of my teaching, the fruit of my labor, man. You know, you grab this information and carry it on, man.
Yes, Doc.
And Doc, that's a blessing, bro.
Yes, Doc. Doc, I was riding down the highway on my way here yesterday, and I looked on the interstate. There's a whole miles of nothing but land with trees. And I saw visioning in my mind the African village.
See there, bro? See?
I really, and the Walt Disney thing, because I bought the book and I studied on him because I want to know what helped him to grow that way. Okay. Is that we can find the ways to help us grow the way we need to grow. Okay. So I started redoing some research on my own. And when I looked over this, I said, wow, I can vision the African village. I can envision all these businesses, all these Black businesses, all this work, all these education, these schools, all in one area. There's a mass area where people from all over the world come to Memphis to see the real Memphis, Egypt, the real African village. And I mean, we're real all over, but I'm talking about, talking about a vision, Doc, that's in my head that cannot go away.
I hear you, bro.
Tell you, Doc. And it all comes from Dr. Ray Hagins.
Wow, Doc.
I'll take off the junior.
Whew. Man, Doc, Doc, the best is yet to come.
Doc,
the best is yet to come. And
yet to come.
And when I see brothers like that little brother right there behind you, Doc,
that's my baby.
As long as I know he got this, I'm good.
Doc, boy, it took me today. We was in there, my wife, me, and my children. We sit at the table, and we were talking. We were having some discussions, and I looked over and I said, "What you doing, man?" He was in there dancing, but he was watching you. And he said, "I'm watching Dr. Hagins." I said, "Well, what?" I looked over there. He was actually watching you on his laptop. I thought, "Boy, how you do that?" Man, I holler. I thought, man, he loves Dr. Hagins. I'm telling you.
I love him too. You know, that's what it's going to take, brother.
You see what he got on, Doc?
I see it. Yeah.
It's my boys, my babies, my children, Doc. I got to teach them. We got to empower them.
Oh, my goodness.
But, Doc, I need to ask you one thing before I go.
Yeah.
Doc, can I borrow 29 cents until tomorrow?
I know you didn't do that to me while we live, Doc. I know you didn't do that to me while we live.
Hey, y'all, when I talk to Dr. Hagins, we have some fun, man. I laugh. Sometimes I need to laugh and cry. And I'm telling you, man, this man makes me laugh, man. I'll tell you, you talking about a great leader, man. I laugh until I cry.
Oh, Doc.
And boy, we send me some stuff that makes me just laugh and cry. Man, I'm telling you. Doc, I'll tell you, man.
That's a wonderful thing, Doc, to be able to laugh, man.
Yeah, Doc. Well, you sure do it. One of my dreams, Doc, I'm going to close with this, I promise. One of my dreams for many years was I really wish I had an opportunity to meet great men like Malcolm X and Dr. King, especially Dr. King. And lately here, Dr. Malcolm X, because I love them so much. Doc, I often dream, boy, I just wish I could have. And Doc, now, he didn't give me that allowed me to learn the knowledge and wisdom, but he gave me another doctor. who is just as powerful, who is just as inspiring, who can enhance, empower, and encourage, and teach, and preach, and help us laugh and even cry when it's necessary. And that's Dr. Ray Hagin. And Doc, that's what you've done for me. And I am so blessed because I have had a chance in this life, in this century, to meet a great man and sit at his feet. I didn't get Malcolm. I didn't get Dr. King. I didn't get Fannie Lou Hamer. I didn't get Harry. But I got Dr. Ray Hagin, y'all. For those of you who listen, cherish it. Cherish this moment because this is greatness from Raw and our ancestors. Because one day, we're going to all be sitting with the ancestors. And we got to prepare the ones you see in that back pitch. We got to prepare them to be the young Dr. Ray Hagins for the African village all over the world.
Yes, sir, bro.
All over the world.
Wow.
We can do this thing. It's already been laid down. The foundation has been laid. Now let's build it up.
Yes,
and
sir.
let's support it. Let's support our family organization.
Yes.
Our family organization. Let's support the work.
Yes.
And let's make it happen. Let's support Black businesses. We support Black businesses.
Yes, sir, bro.
We support the sisters in New York. We support those sisters. I love those sisters down there. We buy all of our books from them, and we buy them by the loads.
Good.
And we're now connected with Mahogany in Washington, D.C., an African family-owned store.
Yes.
We're going to support every chance we get. Sister Janie on there, support her ministry and her work. We're going to take whatever money Raw provides for us. We're going to share it.
Yes,
all
sir.
These books that we have here now, every now and then we sell a few, but when people come and learn, they want to be educated, they want to be empowered. It's a gift to them because it's been a gift to us.
Yes.
So it's a gift. We want to empower them. And Doc, let me show you something else I got. I'm just showing you a few of the hundreds. Do you know this guy here? Look at that, Doc. Let me show you something. Look at that. I got that my whole thing up the top of me, up on my desk, and in the gift shop, loaded. And when we'll sell them, but if people can't afford it, we're gonna give it to them.
There you go.
How about that? How about that?
Man, it's such an honor, Doc.
How about that?
It's such an honor. I'm humbled, Doc. I'm humbled, man.
You deserve it, Doc. He brought you out of darkness into the marvelous light.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And then he allowed that light to shine on us. The sextillion rays of Hagin.
Wow. Man.
Oh, yeah. But Doc, I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna stay on. I got a group in here. I'm gonna go in here and love on my brothers and sisters in here. Mr. Crawford's gonna teach today.
Oh, great!
We want to be taught by you.
Okay.
We want to be taught by you. So if you're gonna get some teaching on, we're gonna sit here and listen to you. We're gonna put everything else aside because everything we want to get it from you, Doc. Okay.
Well, man, listen. Our time is actually up, Doc.
I'm sorry. My daughter gonna talk about me now.
No,
my daughter gonna talk about it. She said I'll take over the conversation.
Don't apologize. This is perfect, man. Because we just saw. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be teaching, Doc. They'll catch me next week, a week after, a week after, a week after, a week after. Yeah. Right now we just talking about the celebration, man. What have you?
Yes.
And
we need to start up a Ray Hagin crab leg house.
Man, you crazy.
When I open up the African world, the African village world, I'm going to have a Dr. Ray Hagin crab leg house, baby, with your picture on it.
Oh, Doc.
A handful of crab leg.
Long as folk understand, I can't cook crab.
Well, that's all right. We can buy them.
y'all have the folk down there that can cook.
Well, Doc, when you come back here, either I come down, that's the first thing we're gonna do. We ain't gonna talk about nothing but some crab legs, and then when we get them legs in, then we're gonna talk if we are able to stay woke.
You're right, exactly, Doc. Oh my goodness, man! I thank you so much, Doc, for your work. I thank you for your life. I thank you for your sacrifice.
Yes.
Hey, man. Like I said, bro, you're gonna do real good in Memphis. I can feel it.
Well, Doc, we love you. It's the people that's working with us.
You got
the people that love you.
You got the right people with you, man.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So hey, man, and when I do come back, I'm gonna teach. I was going to, but I forgot about that. We're celebrating for a month long, but after that,
Yes, sir.
In fact, I was with the African Village of New York book club on Tuesday, this past Tuesday night, and dropped something, man. I'll just drop a teaser right now, and that is helping people to understand what I would call the Luciferian conundrum. Okay, and I'll deal with that at a later date, but I'll say it this way for now, just to drop a teaser, and that is Lucifer is not the devil. Okay, and a lot of people say that Masons worship Lucifer. Masons worship only God. Let's get that clear. I'm a Mason. We only worship God, but there is a purpose for and notice how I'm saying this, the concept of Lucifer, because Lucifer never historically existed. All this stuff is out the Bible. Okay.
Wow.
But what is meant by that? What is Lucifer? Lucifer is a light being or a light bearer. That's all Lucifer means.
Wow.
The bearer of light. What is light? Knowledge. Okay. And so I'll deal with that in more. Y'all stand by to hear me exhaust that. Okay.
Wow.
I remember when I shared with this brother, they used to work by my side in ministry when we first started in St. Louis. I asked him the question. I said, man, who is the bright and morning star? According to what we've been taught, who is the bright and morning star? He said, Jesus. Ain't that what you've been taught?
That's right.
Now, who's the star of the morning? Based on what we've been taught. Lucifer.
Wow.
If Lucifer is the star of the morning.
Wow.
And Jesus is the bright and morning star. That's all I'm going to drop on y'all right now.
Wow. Doc, there's one other thing that I saw that you were discussing. You put on, I believe, Facebook, is that when you said, and the scripture said he is risen again, or he will rise again. That you and I were talking about that, and I thought, man, I never put emphasis or never even thought about that. What does that really mean?
Yeah.
What does that really mean? So
I used to sing that song. I'll rise again. Ain't no power on earth can tie me down. I used to sing that, Doc, right? And still, I didn't think about what I was singing.
Wow.
Why do Christians say the word again when they talk about the resurrection of Jesus? Why? Why say, what's the word again all about? Why not just say, I mean, like he said, I'll rise. What's up with I'll rise again? Or he'll rise again? I mean, did he rise more than once? Well, actually, he didn't rise at all, because we know the truth. He didn't exist to rise. But for those who think he did, deal with that conundrum. Did he rise more than one time? Why is he saying I'll rise again? And then is it really even talking about Jesus at all? Because the truth of the matter is, the Bible says it this way: thy mercies are new every morning.
Wow.
And it's called Keppara. You heard Brother Redwing keep talking about Ra, right? Which is the sun in the sky.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which are now Valley Africans referred to as God, or a manifestation of God.
Yes.
We don't worship the sun. Okay.
But we know
our
created.
ancestors understood that if it wasn't for the sun,
that's right,
we wouldn't be alive.
That's
why the Bible says, he that hath the son hath life.
What's up, Doc? Now you get some started here.
S-U-N. He that hath the son, Doc. We've been taught that the sun is the light of the world, right?
Yes.
But we've been singing S-O-N is the light of the world.
That's right.
Doc, it's the S-U-N, it's the light of the world. Look outside.
That's right.
And see, the whole world is lit up right now because of the S-U-N, Doc.
That's right, Doc.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got to keep it right, man. Don't
yes,
get
yes.
my friend and Jimmy Williams in Richmond, Virginia says, don't get it twisted, Doc. Don't get it twisted. Doc.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So the knowledge.
Doc, we are about Minister Crawford's son, Ahmad, who's here with us today, said something, and it's like you're doing. There's certain things that I read the Bible, but I didn't really study. I just kind of listened to what others said. I didn't really study like I thought I was studying. Now I'm learning more now, and I'm beginning to see the truth. Well, Ahmad said something one day, we was in here, and Ahmad said we was just having an open discussion, and he said we need to be about solutions.
Yes.
And I thought, wow, because we talk about a lot of things that has happened, things that continue to happen, and even with our ancestors. So with all of that great wisdom and knowledge that we're getting, now what do we do? What's the solution for us?
There you go.
What's the solution. So we're focusing on
discussing the problems without prescriptive solutions is a waste of time.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to tell a man. You don't have to tell a man he has a headache, Doc.
Yes.
Okay. Just tell him how to get rid of the headache.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we need to be focusing on.
So that's where our focus is, Doc, and that's when I earlier on talked about the psychological damaging that's been done to us as a people. We've got to deal with the hurt, the brokenness, the pain, the deep rooted stuff, racism, hatred, and all the other things that follow with that.
Yeah.
Even some of the things that we were taught by our ancestors, who have to be our grandparents and others, even though we have to say we love them no matter what, because a lot of those things were forced on them. They had to do what they had to do to make it. So we understand that now. I'm not angry with them. I still love them dearly. And so we understand. But now, what do we do with it? How can I help my babies, my community, and others? How can we take what we've been empowered with and unlearn, learn, and teach? That's kind of where it is. The solution is right there in between. The solution is, let's work on individual stuff. Let's deal with the hurt, the pain, the ugliness, and then let's move forward into some positive. Let's pour in some positive stuff. And the positive stuff comes from our vision. It comes from our teaching from the Dr. Ray Hagins, the African villages. That's where the truth and the power of what we need to move forward to the next level. That our thinking has to change, our mindset. We got to remove them chains that's been removed, actually, but we're like elephants. We're just still standing there like this rocking. Ain't no chain even on my feet anymore.
Right.
No chains on my feet. I'm just standing there because I've been psychologically, I've been indoctrinated, I've been psychologically damaged, and I'm still rocking. And we will take a step. So I've got to learn how to take some steps now. And we got to teach our people how now to make some positive, energetic, inspiring steps to move forward in their life, to be proud, to be happy, to be knowledge, to be taught, to open up, come outside that circle. And then once you are empowered and enhanced by it, give it away.
Yes, sir, Doc.
Give it away.
Yeah, man.
Give it away. We got to pour it on people, Doc. So that's what we are. That's the solution. And I thank him so much for that.
That's the work right there, Doc. That's the
solutions.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like you said, got to bring healing to our people, bro.
Got to bring healing.
We can't,
because we are so broken, Doc.
It's an old phrase, Doc. I learned it in the Marines, and that is, you can't fight sick. Okay, you can't fight wounded, Doc. You can't heal other people if you're not healed.
Wow.
You see, so that's what we got to do, man. We got a lot of healing to do, but it's getting done. Look at you, Doc. It's getting done.
Well, you know, Dr. King used to say some things that I just loved him about, but some things now I'm beginning to look at it a different way. Dr. King said, one of my favorite quotes was, love is the only force that can transform an enemy to a friend. And when Dr. King said that, he was specifically talking about white people, I think.
Okay.
You know, from what I've learned and from what I read. Well, I don't see it that way anymore. You know, transforming the enemy to a friend is the enemy that's within me.
Teach, brother. Yes.
The enemy that's within me, the enemy that's within my own people.
Yes.
How do I transform that?
Yes.
And turn that into love.
Yes.
And empowerment.
Yes. Brother.
I can't change those other people, but I can empower my people. I can teach my people. I can love my people. I can be transformed by that word myrrh.
Yes.
That they taught me. The New York group taught me.
Yes.
And I love it now. I use it now. Myrrh. Myrrh, myrrh, myrrh. Sister Jonah always said myrrh, myrrh, myrrh. Sister Dialba always said myrrh. They all said myrrh, myrrh, myrrh. So now we're now doing some myrrh, 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 baby. We're doing some loving now. So,
and for those out there in the audience who may not be familiar with the word myrrh, myrrh spelled M-E-R is the ancient Nile Valley term, which means love.
Love. And
it is symbolized by a hoe that you till the soil with. Doc, you think the young folk might have been on to something, Doc? when they because Doc, our folk use the word hoe in a minute, Doc.
Hey, Doc, you made me think of something. Doc, you made me think of something just then. Remember that video we saw where the guy got on his knees in the field and told his wife he loved her and she's been good? And then he turns and says, give me some of that damn stimulus check.
Yes.
He was in the field, Doc, and he ran.
Yeah.
Y'all, Doc Hagins got me acting bad here, y'all.
Oh, God.
Doc, I laughed so hard when I see that.
Brothers and sisters understand. We believe in laughing, y'all, okay? We laugh. But for you Bible believers out there, don't be upset because your Bible says laughter doeth good like a medicine.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Doc, I ain't gonna hold you. I love you, Doc.
I'm gonna get out of here, Doc. To our brothers and sisters out there, I want to take a moment just to say again, thank you, Asante Sana Madasi Pa, for your contributions, for the gifts of love that you've sent to me over the last couple of weeks. I thank you. And those of you who want to make your donations today, you see right there now on the screen how to make your donation. Okay, I should let Pastor Redwing talk about this because he can talk about it better.
I think you should, Doc. And I certainly hope everybody who's looking at the same screen I'm looking at, and it gives you the information on how we should give. And I want, Doc, if you don't mind me doing this, if you don't mind, and I want to also encourage as we give during the year, but I want to encourage the African village leaders, if you don't mind, with all due respect, that we begin to give a certain amount of money. And I think that's just me. $700, I think, would be a good number to give to our family organization so he can continue to teach and build and travel and do the things that he needs to do. And at the same time, we know constantly helping us. And there's a crisis in Memphis, guess what? He'll show up. There's a crisis in St. Louis, guess what? He'll show up. Houston. Anyway, he's going to show up. So we need to make sure that, and I just think it's a great thing to do to take care of our parent organization, Doc. I'm convinced with that. Not like the churches, they ain't with that old foolishness anymore. But I'm talking about empowering the African village, and give to our family organization. And I say, and some may disagree, I hope not, but let's give a minimum $700 a year. And that does not exclude the things we do during the year, please, because to run a radio show and all the work and the traveling and all the things that needs to be done to make this happen, man, it costs money. Trust me when I tell you. And I'm going to be empowered. My life is going to be enhanced when I know and just feel good and be able to teach our people the importance of supporting our family organization, supporting Black businesses. Please, let's get there. Let's get there. So I want to encourage all of you. Yes, give to this anniversary, share with the birthday, and that's not only Dr. Hagins, that's your leaders as well, because our leadership comes out of his vision, his love, and we can do this thing. We can do this thing. We can make some sacrifice. Do you know the sacrifices that Fannie Lou Hamer made? Do you know the sacrifice
Yeah,
Harriet Tubman made? Do you know the sacrifice that King and Malcolm and so many others made?
Yes, Doc.
I can read them every time we open up. Do you know the sacrifice that people made? And they made them and didn't even know us by name.
That's right, bro.
They gave their life, their land. They gave their money. They gave nickels and dimes. I remember the grandmothers used to open up them little scarves they had and untie.
Yeah,
and they got the corn pushed down. And I'm thinking, where in the world is she going down there?
Right.
You open up all these things. I'm thinking, but she hiding something. She opened up one scarf. She opened up another scarf. Then she opened up the corn person down there. I was looking for another little person to open up. And she would take them nickels and dimes out.
That's
and
right.
You know that them nickels and dimes sent many of our ancestors and others to college.
That's right, brother.
Because they were willing to give to make sacrifices.
That's right,
what
brother.
Sacrifices do we really make? Wow. And especially to our family organization. Think about it, y'all, just for a moment. And every time we give, guess what? It comes back. Yeah. Every time I give from my heart and our village give, guess what? It comes right back.
Yes, sir.
Let me share this with you. Doc, I got a $2,000 check in my pocket right now that came in the mail. Doc, that's just how it happened. When we give, others give. Rob makes sure that we have what we need.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is be willing to open our hands. Don't close your hands. Open them up.
That's right.
I know the pastors, the preachers told us a bunch of lies and all the tithing crap. We ain't with that no more. We're going to give because we're going to give from our heart because we love our leader. We love the work that he's doing. We love everything that's going on because we are being empowered. We're being brought out of darkness. I can't help to keep saying that. Darkness into the Creator's marvelous light.
Yes, sir, brother.
Please give. And the information's on this. Please make a donation at paypal.com to the African Village 1 at AOL.com or Cash App to $, Dr. Ray Hagins with an S, or Zelle to Ray Hagins with an S at gmail.com. Those of you who are looking on, you should be able to see that.
Yes.
And by now, we ought to have it written down. Or we don't have to go on screen to see it. Let's just start doing it, making it happen.
That's true.
Let's make it happen. And I know all of us, we got some money. We got some things, but it's not about the money. It's about what we are empowering, what we're teaching. We're giving more than money.
Yeah, Doc.
You understand that we're giving more than money.
Yeah, Doc.
I got something that I can't pay for now. I got something I cannot pay for that I'll be able to take to the ancestors and say to them at their feet, thank you for what you've done for me.
Yeah, Doc.
So, I'm excited, Doc.
I hear it, brother, and I appreciate it.
That fire doesn't seem to go out. That fire, that fire does not seem to go out, Doc. And I hope it never goes out. And that I can send it to my children. I continue to send it to my children, to my neighbors' children, to my family, to others in this community, their grandchildren, so we can continue to keep this thing going and going and going.
Yeah, man.
We got to create some new leaders. That's new servant leaders.
That's what it's about, Doc. We can't. Listen, man. If we don't replicate what we're doing, then it's all in vain, Doc.
Doc, it's in vain.
Okay.
I think about those great people, Doc. Kwame and Sweet talks about all the time. And I tell you, Doc, one of my favorites that has ancestors now is Dr. Ben.
Dr. Ben.
And Dr. Henry Clark.
Dr. John Henry
Dr.
Clark.
Francis Cress Wilson. Doc, I'm telling you. Oh, Doc, there's some wonderful people. And Doc, all of them wrapped together sums up Dr. Ray Hagen Jr.
Oh, man, I'm so honored for you to say something like that, bro. Well, listen, y'all, the African in me loves the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do.
Nothing
you know why? Because you're easy to love. Once again, to the family there in Memphis, thank you guys for being with us today. All right. Waziri, Norman Redwing, thank you, Doc.
Waziri Atin Ra Mayat, baby.
Until next time, Doc, you take care, man.
All right, Doc.
Thank you, bro. Family, you've been listening to Pastor Njia Redwing. Come on, sing with us. The African in me Love the African in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Yeah, you're easy. I admire all of you. Yeah, easy to love. You're easy to love. Let's do it again. Come on, the African in me, everybody. The African in me. Love the African in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Thank you for your donation. William, thank you. Teresa, thank you. That Malkaya, thank you for your donation. Yes. The spirit in me, love the spirit in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Jerome, thank you. Denise, thank you. Wanda, thank you. You're easy to love. Man, you guys, y'all are beautiful. Thank you so much for your donations. Patricia, thank you. Yes. The power in me. Love the power in you. When we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. Oh, yes, you're easy. Yeah, you're easy to love. I'm looking at you guys, at your donation, man. Y'all something else. Thank you, Brother Gregory. Winston, thank you. Betty, thank you. Yeah, when we come together, there ain't nothing we can't do. You're easy. You're easy. Yeah. Trevette. All right. Yeah, thank you, Trevette. I think I said that right. Trevette, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Sister Evelyn Connor, thank you. Melvin, thank you. I'm calling names and not singing, right? There ain't nothing we can't do, 'cause you're easy. You're easy. Once again, I want to say thank you, Asante Sana, to Waziri Norman Redwing, to his queen, Sister Angela, to Minister Crawford, to the family there in Memphis, Tennessee. Asante Sana, I love you guys. Thank you for the work you're doing down there. Again, congratulations on having your own building, your own property. The work you're doing looks absolutely wonderful. To all of the brothers in the African villages, all of the sisters, Motto Tep, until next week, you guys out there stay strong. Those of you who've been joining us online, thank you. I love all of you. All right? Everybody stay strong. Peace. African in me, love the African in you. When we come together, ain't nothing we can't do.